It's funny, I know we mentioned, with the whole CTE and stuff and head punches and all that and everything that goes along with it and sparring, George Foreman just came out on Twitter today or yesterday, making a tweet on that subject and saying, even when you were training, no one ever did head punches. You didn't want to train with that guy. That guy was an asshole. And that was something even in Muay Thai saying, like, our coach would basically say, the reason why I don't like using headgear is because it gives this like false promise to people like, oh, hey, I can punch that guy in the head as hard as I can. It's going to protect him. It's like, that's not going to protect you. It's not going to protect you at all. If anything, if you're not wearing headgear, it kind of gives you that sense of, unless you're a real asshole, I don't want to punch this guy in the face. I'm going to hit him, body shots. And Damon, like you said, that's still going to fuck things up. But like, even in the realm of wrestling, I tweeted not too long ago, and I don't know what made me think of this. I think I was watching something, but like this whole idea, this whole use of forearms now, and I didn't really think anything of it until it actually hit me. And like, it's like, oh, okay. You're placing a forearm, dude's just whining back, hitting you as hard as they can in the forearm, in the neck. And it's like, you guys realize you can only take so many of those, right? Like, as a dude that would get kicked in the neck, like, let me tell you, it rings your bell still. And, you can still get whiplash and all that bullshit from it. So I
Yeah.
really, give me the open hand slaps or the, even the slap in the neck area, that's a lot better than doing your hardest forearm. And some of these dudes have like tree trunk forearms too. And I'm like, I'm not taking any of your forearm blasts, dude. I'm totally
And
fine with
that's
that.
the like in wrestling, guys will hit you with the actual like forearm. They're not throwing like
Yes.
an elbow like you would to
Yeah. Right.
in a real fight. Could you imagine just giving your body to someone in the match and they straight up fucking Anderson Silva elbow you as hard as they can?
I mean, you go look back at them all Japan matches back in the day, like
I
Jesus
know, man.
Christ, man.
I know. I know. I see some of that stuff and like I feel guilty that I love it. But because
Yeah.
I know. I'm just like, holy shit, man. It's
That's
everything
that
but a
real
real
shit,
fight.
baby.
Yeah.
Like nothing like just sends a tingle up my spine like watching Steve Williams drop people on their fucking head, man. I know that's so bad for you, and we just bitched about MMA, Dana White like exploiting all these guys. But dude, I get fucking pumped to watch Steve Williams drop Kobashi literally vertical on his head from a back suplex. How do you
Yeah,
take a
man.
back suplex completely vertical? How the fuck?
I
It,
know, man. I
they're
know.
just like, fuck it, bro. Let's go
I
for
know.
it. It's like
That's exactly.
I, I want to know, like, when they're
Yeah.
going over the match, like, when that style first started, in the 60s, 70s, whatever. It's like, all right, so what do you want to do when we go out there? Like, how about you kick me in the back as hard as you fucking can, and then do a
Yeah.
vertical suplex and just drop
Just,
me just vertically on my fucking head? The
yeah.
crowd's gonna eat that shit up.
They're
No
gonna love it.
shit, dude. Like, that's nothing safe about that at all. Like, they were just
No.
beating the fuck out of each other.
Like, do you think like Masawa Kawada, like after the fucking Gonzo Bob spot, like Masawa's just landed like, we got him, brother. Palm of our hands.
Yeah.
Dude, he had a fucking broken arm and went for a power bomb and he just like, yeah, just all right, I'm just gonna fucking drop you now. Like, all right, in
Yeah.
your head.
It's done.
Yeah, this is good. This is perfect. Like Shibata, one of his signature spots was to literally headbutt you in the fucking face.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Multiple times he did that to guys and drew blood. Like, he legit just, I mean, it pretty much ended his career,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
that
Yeah,
spot. I
exactly.
mean, that's, you could
Yeah.
tell in like New Japan nowadays, they don't work like that no more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely not on that same level.
No, not even close, really. I mean, here and there you'll see guys, a guy like Ishii or Shingo, they'll go pretty hard, but for the most part, it's still heavy hitting shit, but not like them early '90s, Japanese
Yeah,
wrestling
right.
shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I mean, there's that period, right, where the early 2000s, Inoki and
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like, oh, hey, you know what? We're gonna go in MMA, make yourself more legitimate, and seeing
I
some of
was
that stuff.
I was fucking cracking up when I was JR and Excalibur for the U.S. title match with Nagata and Mox. Are like, oh, Nagata was Inoki's favorite student. He's one of his favorite students ever. I'm like, oh, his favorite? That's why he had him fight Fedor and Krokop back to back in their prime.
Got dusted.
Because that's what I do to people I love. I'm like, you're doing me a solid. You're filling in on short notice. I know you don't have any fights. And you're like, hey man, if you're filling in and taking this fight for me on short notice, I'll probably give you a can or someone you evenly match with. Just
Oh
so,
man.
Yuji fucking Nagata fought Fedor in Fedor's prime.
and Krokop back to back.
Yeah, dude.
That's
The baddest
insane.
dudes.
Like
Oh, man.
what is the mindset there? Like what is it's like you don't do that to someone you love. You don't do that to someone you care about.
My boy.
Fedor and Krokop were fucking killers. Alberto Del Rio was
Oh,
an
God.
Olympic
Yeah,
caliber
Krokop.
wrestler and couldn't do a fucking thing to Krokop. He couldn't take him down. He couldn't land a punch.
Oh, dude.
Krokop beat the shit out of him. He
Yeah.
like Alberto Del Rio is, I'm sure, a legitimately pretty tough guy to be an Olympic caliber wrestler. JBL told the story probably a million fucking times when he was on commentary that Del Rio couldn't go to the Olympics because Mexico couldn't afford to send him. So he's a pretty good wrestler. On the street, probably not too many people on the street that could beat Alberto Del Rio head up.
Yeah,
Now,
right.
when you think about that, you would think, oh, he would do really well in MMA. Hey, dude, they put him in with Krokop, who, like I said, if you know anything about fighting, kickboxing, MMA, at that point between probably 2004 to 2007, I don't think there's anybody on the planet scarier than Mirko Krokop besides Fedor.
Yeah, right.
Krokop was beating the shit out of people, like soccer kicking people in the head, kicking people in the body. You know, his catchphrase, because he's known for his left high kick, is it fucking right leg? Was it right leg?
Right leg hospital, left leg graveyard.
Yeah, left leg cemetery, something like
Yes,
that.
left leg cemetery. Yep, exactly.
I am telling you, those are some of the most heinous and disgusting head kicks I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Like, if you thought some of like the Kawada kicks and Shibata kicks to people's heads were brutal, like Loki and Kenta kicks, is nothing on Krokop rearing back and kicking someone in the body or the head as hard as he fucking possibly can. It's
Yeah,
insane.
dude. Yeah,
It's insane.
absolutely. Those, it's highlight reel material, and the dude just was constantly. I remember I bought like, oh gosh, what store was it? It might have been Media Play or something. They were doing or Best Buy actually. They're doing a deal on all these Bushido Pride DVDs. It was like $5, and I just picked them all up. And one of those on there is the Krokop ADR Alberto Del Rio fight, and like he comes in and he's wearing kind of like this lucha mask a little, you know, it's kind of like a hybrid mask, and he gets in and he's like, yeah, and even I didn't know who he was back then. I'm like, this poor bastard, man, they're gonna feed him. They're basically gonna feed him, and sure enough, like Krokop's just like, boom, and you just see him crumple, and they're like, oh shit, and like they take off the mask a little bit and just blood just starts gushing everywhere.
Wow.
You're like, oh my god, man.
And it was a grazing shot that he got him with.
Yeah,
He fought him with the
exactly.
mask on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
it's almost
seen
like
it.
my mind might be, you know, kind of faded on this, but I think it was not so like Vader, but kind of similar in that way. It wasn't like a full mask. It was just kind of like not like Aldo Montoya, but kind of more like that. It was like a just fit over this way, and yeah, he skimmed him in the mask, and I don't know if it was the mask that might have cut his head or something like that. Yes, there it is. There it is. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's got a weird. It's almost like the material holding the mask together looks kind of like the Rip Hamilton mask.
Yes, dude. Yes. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
look at. Do you see that look at his fucking face? You see that look on ADR's face? It looked like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I couldn't imagine
What
standing
year
there.
is this?
2006,
Was it 2003? Okay.
So yeah, it was Ray Cepho. Ray Cepho
Just looks worried as fuck.
Well, Ray Cepho and
And look how
Crow Cop
tall
are
he
boys.
is compared to Crow Cop, man.
I know,
Like,
ADR.
Look how scared he looks.
Look at it! Look at that death
He's
stare,
wearing
man.
that stupid fucking mask.
It looks like a fucking just apex
this is so
predator
bad.
preying with its food.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I think too. I
Dude,
think like
did you see him
Pride.
just shove him off? There it is. Oh, the coffin nail
God.
punch, dude.
Oh god. Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yeah. Like I think Pride was trying to convince him
Hey,
to wear
replay
the mask
that.
too
It
and
froze.
stuff. Yeah, it froze up when we watched it, but
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
god.
I'll put it back. Look how the way he just shoved them off.
He's just that was the crazy thing about Crow Cop, man. It was like no one could hit him.
Ooh.
There's that. Yep.
Ooh.
It just
That
raises
busted him
him.
open.
Yeah, I don't know if this video is gonna show the blood coming out, but I know the image that
Sangre.
Sangre. Dude.
Oh man.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Who was just like, yeah, this is a good idea?
Yeah, this is a great idea. Let's have this dude wear a mask in the yeah.
Because I don't
And
think ADR had that many fights at that time.
I was
either.
just gonna say this might have been like his third fight, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
he's only had, I think, probably like 13 fights. Maybe he didn't have a ton of fights.
No, yeah,
at this
he really
point,
didn't.
anyway.
Yeah,
Dude,
this one was fairly new.
Didn't he just fight Tito Ortiz?
Did he?
He did, yeah. Because I posted the video on our account and it got me fucking shadow banned from Facebook or whatever for 30 days.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, while we're talking about Japanese wrestling and people just taking tremendous brain damage, I wanted to show you this video. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this one. This one's a good one.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
Samoa Joe and Masawa.
Oh.
Dude, he elbowed him in the back of the head. And, hitting someone in the back of the head is illegal because that's where your brainstem is. That's where your head is the weakest. And Masawa's like, let me just lay this fucker in there real quick.
Let me just smoke you. I tell you what, man, you definitely see stars getting hit in the back of the head.
There's a prime example, man. Masawa. I mean,
yeah, dude.
He could barely fucking walk, really, could he?
Yeah,
the last days of Masawa, I mean, he was beat the fuck up.
Yeah, and he
still going.
didn't really take care of himself, like maybe some of that, like Kobashi.
Yeah,
Kobashi always
man.
kept himself in pretty good shape.
Kobashi still looks good.
Yeah. Kobashi was always in the gym. When he was in America, he used to work out the Road Warriors. So he was a gym guy.
Yeah,
I mean, the suplexes those guys would take night after night after night. I mean, it's insane to think. And I'm not, all wrestlers take suplexes and bumps, but man, those guys were taking some brutal suplexes, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you'd have to pay me a lot of money to be like, hey, what are we doing tonight?
Masawa booked himself to do it, dude.
I know exactly.
Masawa didn't always book himself to win. He was just like, he booked himself like, I'm gonna take a wrist clutch exploder off the stage if that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Masawa, what do you want to do tonight? I'm thinking tiger suplex off the ring apron.
I don't know. What can we do to drop me on my neck again?
Yeah. It's like the fucking Macho Man. It's like, hey, Macho, what do you want to do tonight for the finish? I'm thinking about taking the diamond cutter. It's like Masawa, I'm thinking about taking a wrist clutch anything off of something high.
It's insane, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. It really it is. You have to be some sorts of crazy to get involved in this stuff, man. But I completely understand and I love it. It's a weird like high on its own. And I don't know, man. I understand why people go skydiving and do all that stuff and like roller coasters. Trying to, like I said, avoid getting punched or kicked in the face was that thrill. That was that rush for me. And I don't know, doing this stuff kind of calms you down too, man. I don't know what it is about it, but like one of my favorite quotes comes from Mike Tyson. I think I've said it on the show before too, is like, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And that's really kind of how it is. It's just like, you're so laid back with things that it's just like, all right, let the rest of life do whatever it has. And, you know, nothing compares to getting punched in the face.
There's something just strangely calming about even just doing like sparring or doing like jujitsu. I've done a lot of grappling, so like just grappling, like it's fun. Like
It is.
I know that makes no sense to anybody else that's not into that. Like, why would you want to like throw yourself into danger? But something about it is very fun. It's very relaxing. Like
It is,
I get all
yeah.
wound up doing like office shit and looking at spreadsheets and trying to look at like social media analytics for work, but I would be totally excuse me, Jesus, totally relaxed. You know, if there was even like a regional level MMA fighter was like, "Hey man, you want to roll?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down." I wouldn't even be scared. Wouldn't even be worried.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. I don't know. That's why, like, I push for that stuff. And, you know, there's a gym that opened up right behind my house, you know, a boxing gym. And that's one of those things too. It's just like, I was feeling really bad for him with the pandemic and stuff, and really hoping. And you know, one of those things that I just kind of want to give money to them, you know, like to stay open, because kids need that. And not every kid, you know, finds something that they like, or, you know, something else, playing an instrument or acting or whatever. Not every kid fits into those molds. And I do tell people, like, I understand when people say, you know, it was either boxing or MMA or whatever, grappling, that saved my life. And so people are like, well, that sounds kind of extreme. And it's like, no, it's not. It really isn't. It's one of those things that, like, I don't know, there's chaos, there's order in the chaos of things. And it really, it does. It kind of, it, like I said, if you can take a punch to the face and be like, okay, a lot of other life's problems aren't as big. You know, you kind of more relaxed about it. And holy hell, was it a great stress relief too. And that's what I miss about it too. You know, the job can get so stressful. And you know, like I said from earlier, I'm not getting any younger, but I still want to step in there, even out of shape. I still want to spar, and I still want to grapple, still want to have fun and roll and stuff. And you know, I don't know, seeing guys like Ed O'Neill still being able to roll, like that gives me hope, you know. So I'm really
Al Bundy?
yeah, man.
Black
Yeah.
belt
Really?
in jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that are
What about Ted Bundy?
Oh, he's dead.
Real quick, I just want to talk about a couple of I guess news items or things that I found very interesting, because I was like, you know, we haven't done like the news shit, which is always nice to kind of take a break from it. But you know, Zelina Vega coming back to WWE is very weird to me, because
Yeah.
it seemed like she left on bad terms. Like
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a price. That's right. So
That's right.
it makes me wonder, because you know there's reports from Dave Meltzer that she was down at the performance center, and you know I guess she's been working out there and she's on her way back. Alistair's been doing those pre-tape segments talking about like dragons and the father and all that stuff on SmackDown, and it makes me wonder if she'll be tied with that.
Yeah.
I because I don't really see what else you would do. I mean, she's a talented wrestler. She's had some really good matches with Asuka. Was it last year? But it just seems like it would make sense to put them together. But I don't know if they'd be open to do it. I think I've read or seen some things that they were not necessarily trying to work with each other because of just all the bad shit that's happened to real life couples working together. You know,
Right.
like relationships falling apart, or you realize that your wife is a far better wrestler than you, like Johnny Gargano, that sort of thing. And I think they could work together, especially with the cosplay and the outfit she wears and things like that. I feel like they could really do something cool, especially with this current character change that Aleister has. But if they want to do their own thing and she wants to just wrestle in the women's division on Raw or SmackDown, whatever, that's cool with me because she's a pretty good wrestler. But I thought she left on real bad terms.
From
Yeah,
like
man.
a kayfabe standpoint, her getting with Aleister, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really make sense because I mean she was with Andrade for so long, and it's not like she wouldn't be unrecognizable. Everyone knows who she is and what she did. So it would be weird. Would it be a little bit too close to like Karrion Kross and Scarlett? That little darker couple thing. I mean, it would be cool to see, absolutely, but I think it would be cool to see her like in NXT and maybe join up with Santos Escobar and those dudes. That'd be pretty cool. But
yeah, she could be the woman representative of Legado.
Yeah, definitely. But her coming back after the whole shitstorm with the what was it, the
Twitch
video game stuff, Twitch stuff,
and then I think she kind of made an OnlyFans out of spite.
yeah. So I wonder what brought her back.
Yeah, right. I'm wondering if they are like
the number kept going up and up.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Up and up and up. Yep.
Yep. Just don't mention unions again, okay? And we'll add another add some more tens of thousands.
Would it have been possible for another company to grab her during this time?
Well, she got released in November.
Oh yeah, so then her 90 days were up.
So, yeah, that's what does that say? I wonder if AEW like reached out. I wonder if other companies reached out to her. I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I did remember.
She can work. She's a decent wrestler, but as far as her like managerial skills, and she's great on the mic. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I remember reading, I forget where, I don't know if it was Meltzer or someone, but there was a report going around that she had signed a deal with someone, but she couldn't say who it was. So I wonder if something got worked out with WWE even back when that report came out a month or two ago. So
yeah,
maybe it was one of those things where, maybe someone reached out to her and mended fences, and I don't know. It's really weird. It's because there's been a couple throughout WWE history, these quick releases where someone gets released and they turn around and bring them right back. It happened last year with Drake Maverick. It happened with Matt Hardy. It happened with a couple other people. So it's one of those. I'm really not sure why they released her and then decided, let's bring her back. I would love to know the reasoning.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it just to try to prove a point? Who knows? But I mean, she's getting paid. Good for her.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not like she doesn't feel forced into coming back. Like hopefully it's not a thing like that. Which I doubt it is. She seems like a girl who's gonna stand her own ground. But good for her, I guess.
Yeah. Hey man, get that paper. No money left on the table. So I'm happy that she got paid. Hopefully she gets to do something cool, and they just didn't sign her just to sign her because they didn't want anyone else to have her. Like
that's what I mean.
So many
like,
other
hopefully.
people.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's see. There's another thing I wanted to bring up with you guys. So on Reddit, on the latest episode of What Happened When, this thread, Conrad Thompson told Tony Schiavone that he's uploading episodes of Jim Ross's old radio show to ad-free shows, which is Conrad Thompson's podcast network, I guess. And it's weird that it's called ad-free shows because don't they talk about Blue Chew all the time? Quite literally an advertisement, right?
Yeah, right. I don't know. The ad-free thing was new to me, so I don't know. That's what I always knew. I was like, oh, hey, I was actually gonna look into it because that kind of piqued my curiosity. Ad-free, what's this all about?
And in this description on this Reddit thread, it said back in the 1990s, Jim Ross had his own radio show. So it was around 92 or 93. And he had Savage on as a guest. And Savage talked a bunch of shit about Hogan, talked about Liz staying at Hogan and Linda's house. And you can see that in that Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he talked about how Hogan lied about using steroids. He talked about using steroids. And I guess a lot of people thought that it was lost, and the Dark Side of the Ring people that I was just mentioning, the producers were trying to find it, they couldn't find it, and he has Conrad Thompson says he has the audio, and he's gonna upload it. How the fuck does he get this stuff?
Yeah, I don't.
What is Conrad Thompson like? How did he get involved in all this shit? Because he's like a mortgage guy, but then he started producing all these podcasts. Like,
yeah, right.
I don't understand his connection to all of these guys because I just thought he was just some random dude that produced like Ric Flair's podcast a couple years ago. But then it turns out he ended up marrying Ric Flair's daughter. And then all these other old school wrestling guys all want to do podcasts with him. And now he has a podcast empire that has kind of, been the catalyst for some big shit happening in the world of wrestling the last couple of years. And he's just a dude that does like mortgages. What the fuck? What are we doing wrong?
I don't know nothing about the guy really besides that.
Big time money mark, I guess, right?
Hey,
money marks.
That's so are we, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, money marks.
We'll get there soon, right?
Yeah, it just.
Hey, we had Tracy Smothers for about a week on the Pod Bros Network, so
that's still so crazy to me,
isn't it?
Man,
isn't it?
Oh my goodness, my
got
dogs
that running coming.
Yeah, what the hell? Someone at the front door.
Staying
shit! I was gonna say the Frittata's gonna get me, bro.
The Frittata brothers.
About to get fucking clapped, man.
I would love to hear that audio though of that Macho Man shit.
Yeah, I can't wait for that to get released because that is going to be a must listen.
Yeah, man, that'll be cool.
Because there's nothing in this life. I shouldn't say nothing, but there's a lot of things in this life that I love. I love my dogs. I love my girlfriend. I love wrestling. But more than anything else, more than all of that, I love stories of the Macho Man fucking hating Hulk Hogan. I love it. It's like there's a channel on YouTube called Beef, and they highlight sports beef. They got to do a Hogan Savage sports beef. I gotta see
tweet it out to him, man. Tweet
it
out.
I might have to reach out to him. Like, you guys, you gotta do a beef on them because the hatred of Macho Man towards Hulk Hogan is unbelievable.
My man made a whole rap album dissing Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
Macho Man had bars.
You were my perfect friend right there until the end. We got your back, buddy, system style. Fucking Macho Man, dude. Rest in peace. Awesome. It was funny. I'm wearing a Macho Man shirt. How crazy is that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna go lock Paige in a closet after this.
I was gonna say that's not one of your shirts from T Public at DDT Shirts.
Yeah, that's right. te.pub/LIC/DDT shirts. I'm saying I gotta talk to our big homie Jeff with a PH to set up his own store, and maybe take down the Telly K shirt since he designed that, and I forgot that he did. It was just a picture that I had, and I threw it on a shirt because I've been using it in some of our videos for social media. I forgot who made it. I just thought it was funny. It'd been our profile picture on Facebook, so I just used it.
Who has say though? It's my face. It's me.
Who took the original photo? That's what it.
It was it definitely.
Do we want to get into the copyright side of things here?
So, and then also
yes,
someone else photoshopped the sleeve on him. Someone else completely random. And then Jeff did the urn. So there's a whole. Okay. You gotta track down this original picture and get some NFT shit going on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought Jeff did the sleeve and the urn, but that, oh man, it's even crazier, dude. This is yeah. So the original holder is the one who took the photograph. Whoever
I
took
think
the
I could find
photograph,
out who took the real photo.
unless
real
they
quick.
gave you the rights to that photo, then it's yours. But like in that case, no. And then that's where, you know, they could, which, you know, who wants to, but you know,
Well,
they,
it
if they
was
really wanted to enforce things, they could.
the
But
picture was taken at front row during an event, and I do have the picture. And in the bottom of the picture, it says www.thebestofdetroit.com. Now I don't know if they took the picture, but that's really all I
and there
got.
you go. If it's, you know, they might have
Should I have said that
hired someone
website?
to go do that, and so now it's theirs. And in that contract, right, the independent contractor, it's like, okay, well, you're the photographer, we agree,
So
but
if that
these are
shirt
our
blows
pictures
up, do
because
I
we're
get a
paying you
little
to do
cut?
this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah,
check
like
out Telly K. That's the cut, man.
No, I'm just saying if it was like not really like if it, if it was to like blow up like legally, what if all the parties came in? Like who would get paid?
I mean, you got to get something because it's your likeness, right?
Not necessarily, because you know, even oh man, so the
We don't have to talk about this kind of
yeah,
detail.
yeah, it's
This
the
is like the
fun
fucking
stuff.
like fake like the T Public homemade T-shirt version of those celebrities like aggressively wearing each other on each other's shirts.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And it's like the
exactly.
picture of them wearing that picture, and then
Yes,
it
yeah,
continues on and on. It's like one of those endless TVs.
yeah. But then that's it too, right? Where you have the original work, and then all of a sudden, like the derivatives that come from it, it's just like, well, they've now become their own. So it's really just a question of how, you know, can you relate it back to that original work? Is it so far removed that it could be seen as something new, unique on its own? And really, I mean, how many people are gonna get like crazy and upset about a photo that they took at a random party, which I'm sure they took 100 other photos there, and then, you know, now they're saying, oh hey, there's that guy, I remember that guy, I took that, didn't I take that photo? And you know, now it's altered to a point where it's past that. So
Yeah.
I think you're okay.
Okay.
I mean, you know, worst comes to worst is they go to T Public and they say, hey, I'm the copyright holder of this image, take that down. T Public goes, okay.
Well, I hope
And
you
then
make
they
tons of
tell,
money.
I hope I made
yeah,
tons
yeah,
of money off of it too.
Yes.
yeah, man, seriously. And
Uh,
if anyone buys that shirt and I see you in public wearing it and stuff, then maybe I'll buy you a beer or a shot or something.
Okay.
Say
okay, okay.
it's a thank you from TAWF
That's
that
right.
you're supporting us.
Hell yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you, John, for doing that because I wouldn't.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.